All right, so hopefully that ends up fixing it. At least I hope it does. I mean, we restarted it, so I think you should be good.
How about now? Any better?
We good? We happy? We moving on?
Any better?
No more robo. All right, we're good.
Yep.
I don't know
Billy's gone.
what's going on with DCS is causing issues. Maybe I need to use process lasso and see if I can move some stuff. I don't know why it's doing that. All right, so let's move on to round 2 and see how these guys are going to get on. I don't know how round 2 goes. I don't know if we're going to round 3. Can Outer Haven redeem themselves? Billy, you think they're going to be able to come back? I was pretty We're not going to look at the TAC view because it seems like the TAC view screwed some stuff up.
I know the answer to that
question. No,
so
you don't know the answer.
It's not going to say anything. I can't. I'm just going to be lying if I said what I think is going to happen.
Billy needs to learn to lie.
I have to tell everybody what's going to happen then.
He needs to learn to lie and just...
I can tell everyone it's going to be a good match.
All right. All right. Whatever he says. You heard it here first, folks. It's going to be a good match. Get this stuff ironed out. All right. Let's jump in, see how these guys are going to get on. Again, Baby Shakers, Outer Haven. Baby Shakers is leading 1-0. Any plan for who you think's going to come out on top, Billy? I mean, what do you think needs to change, or what do you think Outer Haven needs to do in this matchup in order to make it work? Right now, we're down here with Outer Haven out at Tbilisi, but what do they need to do?
Better shot selection. I think just taking a bit more time to set up before rushing into that merge. I felt like they rushed into that merge and they just weren't ready to go barreling in there the way they did. Mm-hmm. Maybe just having a little bit more of a plan for how that first engagement or first portion of things is going to go. I think that would benefit them pretty greatly there. But yeah, I think at the end of the day here, their biggest helper or biggest benefit here is going to be trying to keep those F-15s in a position to support the 16s. And without giving anything away, that's what I'd like to see them do here, I guess.
So again, Outer Haven is taking 2 F-16s and 2 F-15s. The Baby Shakers are taking 2 18s, an F-16, and F-14. Do we think Skittles is going to show up in this one?
Do we think Skittles is going to show up here?
He's in the F-14.
Certainly a possibility for it. I think, the 14 clearly has probably the biggest advantage of any of the planes out here. I'm not sure if he's using, I think we saw he was using Jester, so I don't know how much of a factor that is. I know normally when you're flying with a Rio there, I think that's when the true advantage of that airframe tends to kind of come through. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how much of a factor he's going to be here in this whole thing, just with that said. But you never know. Those Phoenixes definitely tend to do some pretty crazy stuff.
Flatspin says Jester broke in this patch. This is not the latest patch. This is a patch from several weeks ago. So Jester's not broken in this patch. He works just fine. Just waiting on these guys to get going. They should be taking off here in just a few moments. I know that... Oh, wrong button. Should be about the 17-minute mark, which is exactly where we are. So there goes Diamond Wrath, Blueberry, and K-Gunner. Xander's waiting a little bit before departing.
That guy's got one engine on right there.
That may be a problem.
Looks like it.
That, guys, if you got one engine on, it's can pose some problems. If we flip over to the other camera, we can see that Xander is wobbling down the runway. Maybe he'll do a mid-air relight. But I've done that before, taken off with one engine.
Definitely been there.
Is he going to be able to... Oh, no! F's in chat. Xander,
Oof.
1 engine. That did not look good. He didn't get off the ground, so technically he's allowed to reslot. That's not good. That's not how you want to start a round. That's bad. That's very, very bad. So if he doesn't reslot, where's my mouse? We are down to 3 pilots for Outer Haven and 4 for Baby Shakers. That's an unfortunate start. Is Billy still good, or is he a robot again? I just heard my game start fuzzling.
Am I back to robot status? Robo Billy is back.
God, why?
I don't know. I can't hear it. I'm checking. Yeah, it's a different, like, it's like a different robot tone, but it's still robot-y.
Yeah. Let me restart it. All right. Hopefully we're good to go. I think it has to do with the virtual audio cables and stuff that we're just I don't know what happens, man. It does some really weird stuff and things get screwed up, and it's just really strange why this is happening. Yeah, I know I'm good because I'm going from my mic directly into OBS, but Billy is going from Discord into Voicemeeter to into a virtual audio cable, and then he's going into OBS. So things can pose a problem. I don't think so. No, blue AWACS is still up. Both AWACSs are still up. So that's not a problem. Billy, you sound fine to me. I don't see a problem there.
Last I heard it through the stream, it was fine for me.
Are they reslotting? I don't see him reslotting. So this is a significant disadvantage now for Outer Haven coming in now. They're a man down already. It's like they've had a guy shot down, and I think personally that losing a guy on the ground is more detrimental to your morale than having somebody get shot down.
It really does. It has a huge factor on things. You're starting the match, moving uphill, and I think at the end of the day that can be a challenge if you're not prepared for it. Even if you are prepared for it, I think at times that can still be very challenging. It's going to require at least one person from the flight to really focus on 2 guys and make sure they're able to kind of handle that and stem that off while the rest of the flight work.
Mm-hmm.
So at least one person really needs to be ready to kind of take on the extra workload there. And if you don't really have someone ready for that can be a problem really quickly.
Yeah. There are a lot of F-16s in this.
It certainly is. Certainly has become the darling of SATAL at this point. There's no doubt about it.
I like it. I mean, last year we saw a lot of Flaming Cliffs aircraft. We've seen a significantly fewer number of Flaming Cliffs aircraft, which it's not that I dislike Flaming Cliffs aircraft. It's just nice to see a more mixed bunch of aircraft that people are flying.
It's true. And I think it requires more, I wouldn't say skill. You still have to know a lot to get up here and do this, regardless of whether you're in an FC3 or a full fidelity. But I still think it requires a little bit more brain power in the moment to manage one of these FC3 planes in comparison. So I'd like to see guys taking, I guess you could say the more challenging route, right? But I think that'll change over time. One thing that surprises me about the 16 with how dodgy the dogfight mode can be, it's surprising.
Oh man, it just flat out doesn't work.
Yeah, there's just times where it just doesn't do what you want it to do. So I think just with, not that we see a ton of merges and close-in knife fights, as we like to call them here, but certainly more than we used to these days. And I think it's surprising to see a lot of guys just willing to kind of go at it with that. And I've been there. It'll work. It doesn't work as nice as the Hornets at the moment, and I think it'll have its time where it gets retouched up there and polished up. We see better performance.
Mm-hmm.
But that's been one surprise for me, is to see guys just kind of, I'm going to deal with that, which I know how that goes. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. It from what I understand, if we use BMS as an example, it should not be acting the way it does. It takes years, it seems like, when you get somebody in front of your aircraft for the radar to lock them up. It takes forever. And I can't see something when a pilot's wanting to rely on something like that in a dogfight, I can't see it being applicable for something to be that slow.
It's atrociously bad. It really is. It's so slow at times. You think, is it just not working right now? And then all of a sudden it comes on, and I think that's pretty telling as to how bad that whole situation is. That in most cases you almost quit doing it before it actually starts to work. So I think if there's anything in the plane right now that needs some attention, it's probably that.
Yeah, that really needs a lot of help. But from what I understand, they're really focusing on the 18 for the time being. The 16 kind of got put on the back seat or the back.
My guess, just looking what dates they chose for what, I'm guessing they really want to try to time them being able to say that F-18 is complete around the time of Top Gun coming out, which is all going to be happening. Top Gun's going to be doing a ton of promotion probably in the month of December, and you could see them trying to kind of piggyback off that. So probably a smart move in their mind. I mean, they may end up picking up some new people who are like, I didn't know what an F-18 was, and wow, I can go fly a full fidelity F-18 now. So it's probably important for them. I know they're probably there's been a lot of debate over what they're doing to kind of make sure they can say that thing is complete. And I think it's a debatable issue whether it's complete versus what they kind of started with or not. But I think we'll get everything in the end. But them marking it as complete for marketing purposes, I think is an interesting thing in itself.
First missiles coming off the rail for Outer Haven, coming from K-Gunner on McRunfast and Spock. Those missiles were launched from, can we see, from 26 miles. So again, they're not bad. F-15 Flatspin says, thank God it dropped its tanks this time. That is true. You don't really want to be coming into a fight with your tanks on. That's kind of bad. It's kind of like trying to get into a fist fight with your pants down. Just not something you want to do. McRunfast starts to defend at 10 miles. Those missiles are at 51,000 feet. I don't think they're on McRunfast, and I think they may get notched. Nope. They are indeed tracking. So let's move to McRunfast real quick and see if we can pick those missiles up. They're going to be coming in from high. There they are. 5 miles behind, closing a little bit. But those missiles are donezo. Those are not going to be able to catch him. He did a good job of defending early and getting away. He's serpentining. So even if those missiles got a bit close, they're not going to be able to reach out and touch him. In all honesty, I don't even use chaff in this scenario because the 120C just flat out really doesn't care about chaff. It really only cares about notching and losing you into that Doppler effect. Those missiles are done. So let's jump back to the map and see what's going on. We actually lost one of the outer... Oh, no, we didn't. Outer Haven was down to 3 pilots remaining. And there is a Tomcat sitting out here somewhere. This is the track that has desync. So the Tomcat, if we look, Skittles is actually back at base, but he's somewhere in the air. So that Tomcat is here. He's just not showing up. So if you see somebody randomly disappear, it's because this track is desynced slightly. So just a heads up that is happening. 120 coming off the rail from Phoenix's F-18. There they go. He dives down. He's cranking and diving. I'm like him to be a little more aggressive coming off to the left. Not quite sure why he feels the need to flare. There's no long-range IR threats in this, so you might as well just only drop chaff if you want to do something like that, because in looking at the RWR, you should know that people are decently far away. Now, we did lose one of the Outer Haven combatants, and I'm going to assume that we lost that Outer Haven combatant to an AIM-54. Now, Billy, from your having watched it previously, I'll let you spoil here a little bit. Did the Tomcat get a couple kills? Because we're not going to be able to see him.
I believe so. I think that's correct. I want to say he got that first kill there on one of the Outer Haven guys.
120 coming in from one of the Outer Haven guy or Baby Shaker guys onto, I think it's, can't tell who it is, but it's coming in onto Blueberry. Jester Wheel needs to go away, but we're going to look through it and see Blueberry get smashed. So Baby Shakers took their foot and just smashed all over Blueberry. and Blueberry flew into the ground. Nothing more he really could have done about that. Hopefully Billy's voice isn't turning into a robot. I can kind of hear some audio corruption happening again.
Is it doing it?
It sounds
Robo
like
Billy back.
Robo Billy may be back, and Jester corruption may be having. I don't know what's happening here, but Jester's posing some problems. So we're just gonna.
I'm fusing together with Jester. We are becoming one right now, and this is just the way that sounds.
They say Billy's voice is okay, but Jester is becoming one with the robot nuisance. Yeah, we didn't have any of these issues on Tuesday, and now all of a sudden they're back. So we can see Baby Shaker's back there chasing K-Gunner. See if I can grab a different view. So K-Gunner is being chased by McRunfast. Who just launched that? K-Gunner launched a 120 at... I'm going to assume that that's actually at the F-14. But we're going to grab McRunfast now and try and get into that same situation. There we go. And we will go to dual screen. We are going to watch the Jester context menu in all of its glory, baby. Heapler didn't know they were getting this kind of promotion.
Right.
But McRunfast is on the left. K-Gunner's on the right. You can see that McRunfast is running down K-Gunner. K-Gunner is that little blob just right in front of the mountain. 120 coming in on him. And here it comes. No, it went in the ground. So K-Gunner's actually on the other side of the hill, and we should be able to see him now. So there's K-Gunner. McRunfast is still in a really good position to be able to run him down. Needs to pull a little bit more G. Not sure how many. He's pulling 8.5 G. He's probably on the verge of blacking out. But now he's all over the 6 of K-Gunner, and K-Gunner is head on with an F-18 from the Baby Shaker side, but K-Gunner is probably going to die before he's able to do anything. Now K-Gunner is in full defensive mode. He's not going to be able to do anything. He should have tried to line of sight that. Don't know if you realize that flares aren't going to be able to do anything against an incoming 120, and he gets taken down. So K-Gunner, I think, no, it was Diamond Draft at the end of that last round.
Yep.
Not K-Gunner. So K-Gunner is the last man standing for Outer Haven in this round. Diamond Wrath was the last man standing in the last round, but McRunfast was the killer of both. So McRunfast getting both of those ending kills in both rounds. Jester, just go away. And guys, I apologize. This is because we're flying on an F-14 track and Skittles is doing what he does with Jester. Normally this doesn't happen.
Jester always finding a way to get in the way.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Always.
Or completely out of the way by ejecting when he shouldn't.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I got to look at what's going on with the audio. That was really something.
Yeah, I'm not sure there. That was interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look at that afterwards. Maybe just reinstall my virtual audio cables and see if I can fix it. Wait a sec. Or Tower Man says, wait a sec, is that it? Well, yeah.
Pretty much. This one was fast and furious, that's for sure.
Positrons, I thought they couldn't use Jester. Gold can use Jester this year. I did that just so it's more approachable. Diamond is the only league that can't use Jester. Xander, you should do that. Definitely. Did I just lose audio in complete total? You still there, Billy?
I don't know. I can still hear you via Discord. I don't have my stream audio up there.
This is killing me, guys. Absolutely killing me.
No, you're there. I hear you.
You there, Billy?
Yeah, I'm here. Do you hear me?
I just totally lost audio. Can the stream still hear me? If the stream can hear me, this is where we're going to leave it because of the audio difficulty. Audio has just plagued us this year. I don't know what the deal is. I have no idea why this is happening. It has just plagued us with nothing but problems. I can't hear Billy. This is bizarre. Like, I should be able to hear Billy, but I can't. I didn't change anything.
I think they can still hear me. I'm gonna bow out and let him have the rest of this because
Really
he can't
weird.
hear me, guys.
But we're gonna chalk this one up and we're gonna call it good and done. So, Baby Shakers able to take it over top of Outer Haven, 2-0 in a pretty commanding fashion. Billy, I can't hear you. So if you're talking, yeah, I'll just try and address this afterwards. But Baby Shakers took this in pretty commanding fashion. McRunfast, I'm calling the star or the MVP, the most valuable pilot of the day, as he's able to, at the very least, take out both of the last remaining pilots in both rounds for Outer Haven. So well done by him. F-16 did pretty well during this round. It was really hard to keep track of things just because of how the audio issues and this being a personal track and not a private track. So we'll have to see if hopefully Saturday I can get everything fixed. But guys, that's going to be all she wrote. I'm going to send you out with the Super Cup for this match. Be back Saturday, 1500 Zulu. Who's flying? I always say this, but who is flying Saturday? So Saturday is going to be... Let's take a look. Saturday is going to be Tactical Fighter Squadron versus 343rd Naval Air Group. So that is coming up here in a couple days. Again, Saturday, 1500 Zulu, we will be watching Tactical Fighter Squadron against 343rd Naval Air Group. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, have a good one. Fly safe in the virtual skies, and I will see you later. Have a good one.
See ya.